Hey everyone, Sean here with Fotodiox.com, and today we're taking a look at our Canon EF to Sony APS-C RhinoCam Vertex stitching adapter. This is a lens adapter designed specifically for APS-C crop sensor Sony E-mount cameras like this Sony a6700, and it's designed to mount a full frame Canon EF lens on the front, and the adapter offsets the APS-C sensor of the Sony camera. So you actually take a photo, rotate to a second position, take a second photo, rotate to a third position, take a third photo, rotate to a fourth position, take a fourth photo. And these four APS-C crop photos of different parts of the image circle of this full frame lens overlap enough that you can take them into Photoshop or any other stitching program, stitch them together for a square full frame plus image. Now we've got three other full frame to APS-C Sony adapters that adapt other types of full frame lenses to Sony APS-C, but today we're focusing specifically on the EF to Sony, and we're actually using an ultra wide angle lens today. This is the Canon EF 11-24. The reason I want to use this is because this adapter allows you to capture more of the image circle of a full frame lens than even a full frame camera will let you capture. It's really fun if you use an ultra wide angle lens because you're getting a square capture of that image circle rather than a rectangular one. So when you're using an ultra wide angle lens, you're really capturing more of that ultra wide angle, and it creates a really cool look. Using this adapter is super simple. You're gonna make sure you have it locked down on a tripod first and foremost, and you do that by using the tripod foot on the bottom of the adapter. This is an Arca Swiss style tripod foot, but it also has a 1/4-20 mounting point if you want to use that. And then you're going to want an Arca Swiss tripod that you can kind of let the adapter hang over the side of, and I'll show you why. So you see here, this adapter has to rotate the camera 360 degrees. So we need enough clearance for the grip of the Sony a6700 to be able to rotate and not bump into the tripod. So that's why we have it mounted right at the edge of the Arca Swiss tripod, because we need that clearance to rotate. Now this is a fully manual adapter. There's no electronic communication pins to communicate between the camera and lens. So you will have to use a lens that's either fully manual, like for instance a Canon EF cine mount lens, or in this case we are using this lens that does require an electronic signal to adjust the aperture. So we're just going to leave the aperture wide open. This lens will just always be at its widest aperture, and that's fine for the photos we are capturing. But if you do want to use this adapter with full aperture control, you will have to use a fully manual Cine EF lens. You also want to stay away from Canon EF lenses that are focus by wire that require electrics to adjust the focus. This lens has manual focus, so we can still focus the lens. So we can still adjust the zoom, the focus, we just don't have control over the aperture. It's going to be locked open at its widest aperture. Now before we shoot our stitched image, we want to make sure we have the lens in focus. We also want to pick a millimeter. In this case, I'm going to leave it at 14 millimeters. If I go to 11 millimeters, I will start to capture the tulip hood with the sensor of this camera because the RhinoCam is rotating the sensor, offsetting it farther to the edges of the image circle. I can't be too wide, but I found at 14 with this lens, 14 millimeters, I'm not getting any vignetting of the tulip hood. Okay, next up, we're gonna want to compose our shot. And the best way to see if you're composed is to actually rotate the adapter to its 4 points, the 4 photos you're gonna capture. Make sure that it is composed the way you want. You may need to adjust it a little bit. And once you're happy with the 4 images you're gonna capture, you are ready to shoot. A couple settings to keep in mind. Make sure the color balance is picked. Just pick one. I'm picking daylight because I'm shooting in daylight. If you leave the color balance in auto, you could have issues blending the 4 images together. Also pick a shutter speed. You want all 4 of the images to have the same shutter speed. Also pick an ISO. Don't use auto ISO. Again, you want the exposure to be the same between the 4 images. So basically, it's best to shoot in manual. Once you have your composition ready, your focus, your color balance, all your settings, you are ready to take your photos. So let's turn the camera on. And we're gonna start by taking the first photo. We're gonna rotate to the second position, take the second photo, rotate to the third position, take the third photo, rotate to the fourth position, take the fourth photo, and just like that, we've captured 4 photos through this ultra wide angle lens. We can take these 4 photos into Photoshop and stitch them together for a stitched square full frame plus image. Now, if you have any questions about this adapter, I'd love to help you out. Just comment below. Love to talk to you. Also, if you'd like to learn more about this adapter or any of the RhinoCam Vertex adapters we have to offer, click the links in the description below. Also, click right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos just like this one. I'm Sean with Fotodiox.com, and thanks for watching.